Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your regular host, Ege, your girl, your one and only. And if you are new to this channel, you are at the right place. Please be kind enough and subscribe to this platform for more.
Carson.
Awesome. Let's check who is live. Let's check if anyone is there right now. Like this video. Let's just give like few seconds before we dive into our topic today. So please, if you are here, do share this video with your friends and with your lovely ones. So let's just see who is live right now. Let's see.
Hi, how are you? That's good. This topic we're talking about today is really interesting. It should benefit both the male and the female. And we're talking about parenting. And so she'll let you know the rest of the topic.
Yes. Especially for those of us that have kids, this topic is basically for you. Because we believe that there are no better parents out there. No. Because if you are lucky to have good kids, yeah, you are fortunate, so there are no better parents. That's just my belief, So we're just gonna go ahead and dive into our topic. So our topic today is some of the reason why children become a delinquent. We're gonna be giving you the causes of that. First we have to look at some of the causes, and we have to look at some of the causes, because if you don't find out the cause, how are you gonna have remedy?
That's true.
So today we're just gonna focus on the causes. So do you have anything to?
I'm gonna wait until she starts asking questions.
No, I mean, you are good at this. You are good at this, and this is something you know best. So please, if you are with us, just say hi, like this video. Make sure you watch the video till the end. We are still waiting for a few people to tune in. Please drop your comments, like it, and subscribe for more informative video, more educative video, and more inspiring video. And you don't want to be told about the good things that are happening on this platform. And if you in any way have issues with daily lives, watch the Ege show, because the Ege show is all about entertainment, about education. I mean, a whole lot. So we are here to inspire you.
And remember, if there's something that you're interested in her talking about, drop her a line, and trust me, she will get to whatever it is you're interested in.
Sure, yes. As she rightly said, I will do it. I always tell people to follow me on my IG, follow me on Twitter, follow me on my Facebook, even on YouTube, So, and if there's anything you actually want me to talk about, I will do it, and there is no problem with that. So, let's keep waiting for others to join us, right?
Right.
So, how's your day been?
My day has been beneficial.
Beneficial? Oh my God. That's good.
Busy and beneficial.
I know. And the weather isn't that bad today,
It's really nice outside today.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Yesterday was so cold, right? No, was it yesterday?
No, yesterday was sunny.
It was sunny, yeah.
It was sunny yesterday.
I think it was 2 days ago.
Short skirts.
Yeah.
And I was right along in there with them. So
it was
really nice yesterday.
Yeah. I think that was 2 days ago. It was really cold.
Thursday, it was cold Thursday.
It was cold. I was like, what is this? Like, seriously, no.
One day we have on coats, and the next day we're like,
yeah,
it's hot.
And I tell you, Texas is even that cold that one.
Texas is messed up when it comes to the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day is sunny, the next day is freezing. Yeah, that's Texas.
Please share this video. Share. We're waiting for others to tune in, I guess so.
I think you
will.
will.
Grab something.
Remember, if there's anything you want her to talk about, drop her a line. Um, and if you have a question while she's going live, ask the question and she'll answer it. I'll try to answer it.
So my amazing people out there, for those of you that have been following the Egg Show, you know how we do. On the Egg Show, there are no dull moments, you know. So I will dive into my topic, right?
Yes.
So as you guys know that most single parents' homes constitute a whole recipe,
Right.
you know, for child delinquency, you know. Whether we like it or not, we have to. The truth is that children raised by both parents are more likely to be a better kids, you know. We like it or not. That's just what do you think?
I think it's 50-50 because we have some kids that are raised by both parents that are totally jerks. And then some kids that are raised by both parents, they turn out to be wholesome and good kids. They grow up to be good parents, good educators. And then some people who are raised by both parents, they just, no. No.
Yes. As you rightly said, it's 50-50, right? Yeah, I believe that not all kids though. I believe that not all kids, you know, that kids raised by both parents are more likely to be a better kids, you know. Why I'm saying this is that, you know, especially when you both are responsible, because there's high percentage that those kids will turn out to be a better kids in the society, you know.
I agree to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it depends on your parents, on how you're raised.
Okay.
Whether you are raised by both your parents, co-parenting, or a single mother or father. It depends on how they are, because if they're evil, like some people are, then the kid will be that way until they realize I have a choice. I could do something different. And usually it's after they move out of the house when they try to do something different. But
yeah, but for me, I personally believe that raising kids is one of the most difficult tasks. It's difficult. It's not as easy that we say. It requires a lot of strength, a lot of energy,
praying.
I mean, you need to be psychologically strong, morally. You know, you need all this, you know, to be able to raise up a child.
Yeah, you do.
It's not an easy thing.
No, it isn't.
You know,
it isn't.
People see it like, you know, it's just so easy. And sometimes you see people that don't even have a child telling you how to raise your own child. Like,
really?
Seriously? Have you seen that?
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I have. It takes a lot to raise a child. A lot. And I think the more when you're pregnant, you need to read as much as you can.
Yes.
On raising a child. And then you can go from there and put in your own little perspectives and on how to raise a child. But we both have kids and we both raise our kids differently. But just because we raise them differently doesn't mean they're going to turn out to be not good kids. My kids are good. Her kids are good. I see her kids. My kids are good. She know my kids call me all the time.
Yeah, I was just telling her a while ago that your big boys are still shaking on them. They call like maybe each time she's with me, they call her like 3 or 4 times. Like, you know, that's
all the time, and they're
all
grown.
the time. They're always calling.
So,
they're always calling her.
I talk to them all the time, every day.
And it's only good kids that will always check on their parents.
Right.
So bad kids don't check on their parents.
Right.
So if you are one of those and you have parents and you don't check on them, try to do something. Check on them, because really it took your mom, especially your mom, you know, it took her 9 good months, you know, to bring you into this world. So even if, I mean, just try and give her that respect, show her that love, for keeping you, right?
Kids are a blessing, a true blessing, because there are so many people out there who are not able to have kids. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
And then there are people out
and
there
I pray
who,
they have.
there are people out there who have kids when they have difficulties in keeping things, they come out mentally challenged. But either way, it's a blessing to have a child,
Yeah.
because everyone is not able to go through that experience. That's an experience.
Yeah.
Everyone doesn't go through. So love your child regardless if they have mental difficulties or not. Love them, because
Strengthen them.
oh my God,
Encourage them, because sometimes you see sometimes you see some people out there today. They have something they call inferiority complex. They low self-esteem. What's the cause of those things? I don't want to deviate from my topic. Sometimes, there are some certain age that your kids needs you, like, to be encouraging him or her, like telling him, oh my son, oh, you are so smart. Those little words means a lot. I know you will be great when you grow. But me growing up, my parents used to tell me that.
Yeah,
they used to tell me that, like, I know you'll be, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
I mean, there's always going to be someone smarter than you and someone who's not as intelligent as you are. But still, don't judge them by that.
Don't judge. Yeah, that's true. And then because you have to be telling your kids those things, because they need to hear those things like
every day.
They need to hear it every day. You are smart. You are the most beautiful. You are the cutest. You are intelligent. They were like, oh, my mom used to tell me that. My dad used to tell me this. Yeah. And those things will make them believe in themselves. And they will know how to embrace themselves. They will know how to love themselves. And they won't see anyone out there like a threat. They will hardly see anyone out there like a threat, because they already know what is love.
Already.
Because you have already put that in them while they were still a child. So, but I know that being a parent is a very tedious job. It's difficult. It's difficult even for both parents, not to talk of a single mom. It's hard.
Or single father.
Or single father. I'm sorry. I'm not forgetting you guys. I mean, the men out there, I'm not forgetting about you guys. So, point number 2, even though we need both parents to bring up a child, so I put some stuff down here, because it's a very, it's a very educative topic, so I put down some stuff. I'm going to be reading from this paper,
I have nothing to read from.
but you already have an idea. Anyway, keep watching. This is the Egg Show. On the Egg Show, no dull moments, right?
None.
No dull moments. We give it out, So, even though it's difficult, it can be hard on both parents, but at the same time, if you can see a single mom that is able to come out, with good kids, we have to appreciate them, because it's not as easy as we look at it. It's hard and it's difficult. So for us to bring up for parents to bring up their kids, both of them really need to be very responsible. You all need to be very responsible. You need to spend time with your kids. You have to discuss with them, talk to them. Talk to them, let them be free around you, and that they need to follow that doctrine, because right,
I agree.
Yeah.
I
because excuse me.
Yeah.
Because children are like computers. Because sometimes you tell them do this, they actually don't do what you ask them to do. They do what they see you do. So that is it. You can go ahead.
That's true. When both parents are in a home, you have to have an open table concept. Does that make sense to you? And what I mean by that is, have a moment. It doesn't matter if it's at dinner time, or if you just take a time out in the day and say, okay, let's talk. This is open table discussion. And let them know they can talk to you, of course, without all the verbal words, that word. But let them know that you're there for them.
Yeah.
They can talk to you, and you're not going to judge them. You're not going to scold them.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this. No, don't be that parent. They need us to be open nowadays. Now, when our parents were being raised 50, 60, 70 years ago, we don't do it like that anymore. Everything is different.
Yes, everything is different. As you rightly said, that is true. Because I see that most children turn out to be very vocal. When you, as a parent, you are always there. Like let's say, for instance, they go to school, they come back from school, and you ask it, how was your school today? Oh, do you have anything you want to tell me? What did you learn? How, stuff like that. They'll be more transparent and with you, because you have already raised that topic.
Right.
They will tell you how their day was. I remember a few days ago, I just came back from work. My son was like, Mama, how was work today? You had a good day? And that's exactly what I'm always asking. Because, as I earlier said, children don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do. That is it. So,
we always want them to do what you're told to do. Don't do what you see me to do. And usually that's two totally different things.
You are very right. So, like that, and when you have that open table conversation, they'll be more flexible, more, more open. And they will tell you their mind. They know that, oh, it's my dad. Okay, let me, they'll be free. And each time we had that kind of conversation, you see that the home is lively. Everybody is feeling free, because we are able to express ourselves, because when you can express yourself, you don't have anything to hide.
Nothing.
Especially for people who have teenagers, and I know that's the most difficult stage. You have to communicate with your teenager. You have to, if there's anything they want to tell you, if there is anything that is bothering them, let them speak out to you,
please.
Because that is the stage where a lot of kids made a lot of mistakes.
And they don't need you to judge them. They need you to be there for them, because when you shut down on your child, that's when your child's going to shut down on the world. And what I mean by that is that's when they start doing things they just taking their anger out on other people, and you don't want that. And that's what this topic is about today. We don't want you to turn your back on your kids, and then your kids are in society being just negative. It's already hard enough for us as single parents, as married couples, to raise a kid. It doesn't matter what your sexuality is.
Yeah.
We need to raise our kids
in the proper way.
We need to try and to be open with them, because it's hard to be open with them. Trust and believe me, it is hard, because we want our kids to do a certain thing.
Because we have to respect them as well. And that's the same, because they say you have to make sure you teach them the right thing at that early stage, because the moment they turn some certain age, there's nothing you can do about it anymore.
Yeah, because I have 3 boys. Let's cut to the chase. 3 boys. It's hard to raise 3 boys. I don't know anything about raising girls. I don't. I would think it would be easier, trying to get their hair done, their nails, and all that other stuff, beauty stuff. Boys, completely different. And yes, it was hard. It was really, really hard. But my boys knew I was there for them, regardless how hard it was, regardless if their dad was there or not. I was always there for them. I would talk trash to whomever I needed to talk trash to. But when I got them alone, it was a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like, you need to let me know what's going on right now. Yeah. Or, these are the consequences you would have to suffer. Yes. Let me know so I could be in your corner and help you out.
Tell me the truth.
That's how I was.
Yeah,
with
no matter how you love your kids, no matter how you want to pamper them, but
we do.
You still have to be able to have your voice. Like, let them know what is right, what is wrong. Because if you don't let them know that this is wrong, they won't know. They won't know. They will think that what they are doing is good. I'm doing the best. My mom doesn't, my dad doesn't care. My mom doesn't, stuff like that. And this is how we end up raising bad kids. Having bad kids at the end of the day, because you were not telling them the truth. Like, sometimes, yes, I got kids, but sometimes we sit, we talk, and I tell my kids, I'm like, okay, this is America, we live in America, and in America, Americans don't like crime. We talk about that most of the time. I say,
but crime is rising.
I say, no, listen, I say, American, like, my boy will ask me, my first son, he will be like, Oh, American don't like. I said yes. American don't like. They don't like. They don't like crime. Stay away from crime. We talk about that all the time. All the time. I said if you want to succeed in America, stay away from crime. Stay away from crime. You don't do this. We will explain. We talk and talk and talk. We keep saying it like
repetitively.
Like you know, by so doing, those things are gonna one day stay. Like me, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Okay, I left Nigeria when I was still a teenager. Okay, you know, with the little things that I learned back home, because most of my age mates they must have derailed like at that age, you know, as a teenager, you know what it means. A lot of things are definitely gonna go wrong, of course. But you know, with the little things that because my mom was that kind of a person. She's really loving. Like sometimes she might not know how to tell you that, you know, African mom, if you are watching me and you know African mom, you know how they are. You know, she might not tell me that I love you, but she has her way. That she will show me that she really loves me. She has a way that she will show me that I believe in you. You know, there are some certain things that I will do. Like my mom might be out of the house, okay? I know how to please my mom. Growing up as a child, I knew how to, because I knew what my mother like, you know? My mother was a very picky person. She want everything to be clean.
Right.
She was too picky to a fault. So what I always did when my mom was not home, I would go to my mom's room. I will go to my mom's room. I will clean my mom's room. I will clean everything. So when she comes back, she'll be like, my room is so good. My room is clean. She'll be so happy. And this is how I gave my mom confidence. Like I used to do this a lot. And I always tell my daughter, like sometimes, like, you can't even clean my room sometimes. I used to do this to my mom. Okay, I say be a good example. I'm saying this now because this is life, okay, and this is true, and she's probably gonna watch this video. But you know, we have to do what we gotta do,
right?
Because once you put in, you know, the what you put in is gonna be the outcome. You know, so that's what I think. So let's do what we can to make sure that we don't put our kids out there, you know. We don't put our kids out there for them, for their life to be wayward. I don't know which word to use.
Let me say this, that when we're raising our kids, and I found out a lot of things the hard way. So when we're raising our kids and we tell them one thing, but we're doing another thing, they see a lot of things we don't think that they see. They hear a lot of things we don't think that they hear. And this is when they're growing up. And they see these things and hear these things, and then you want to know where did they get these things from when they got in trouble. And then they go, oh, I seen this at home, and you're thinking, no, they couldn't have seen that. They see a lot.
They see a lot.
A lot. They hear a lot. So we as parents, we learn from our parents on what we can do, and then we change what things we didn't like. And those are those who don't have an excuse for everything, because some people have an excuse. Well, my mom did this, my dad did this, and okay, if you're not that person and want to always blame something on someone else and you're going to change it and you want to raise your kids better, that's what you do. But you have to push positive things to your kids.
Yes.
Always push positive things to your kids, even if it
no matter how hard.
Even if it wasn't pushed to you, you still need to push positive things to your kids, because you always want your kids to be better than you.
That's true. And every parent out there want their kids to be better than.
No, not every parent. I don't think.
I don't know, but you know, my mom. I always see my parents like I want you guys to have. I'm telling my kids.
Yeah,
because my mom used to tell me that. Like, I want you to be better and greater than me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already telling. I'm also saying that to my kids. And then, you know, at the same time, some parents don't know what to tolerate. They don't know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate. You know, the other day, my son. I'm gonna use my son with a lot of all this. Okay, my first son. He was like, okay, can you take me to cinema? That was yesterday. He said, can you take me to cinema? I said, oh, to cinema. He said, I'm going with my friend. I said, which of your friends? He said, my best friend. I said, we're in the car. I said, okay, why is she? How is he your best friend? Can you explain? He said, we were doing a YouTube channel the other day. you were talking about who is a good friend. You know why I brought this topic? Because you said that children see everything that we think that
They don't
see. Okay, it's like you were doing a YouTube channel the other day, and I hear you talking who is a good friend, and he has all these characteristics of a good friend. I was shocked. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was shocked. Like, I said, okay, let's go to Home Depot now. I was going to Home Depot. I said, okay, let's go to Home Depot. I didn't even continue. He said, he has all these characteristics of a good friend. I said, okay, like what? He said, whenever I'm sad at school, he said, Ebony, don't be sad. Come on, let's go play. You share me up. Like, you know, there are things you do that you think that they don't know. And when I'm doing my video, sometimes I tell them, go upstairs. Right. I don't even know if they're hearing. You know what I mean? Go upstairs. He was telling me that. I was shocked. You know,
they hear us right now.
They hear. No, they are not here. So, but I don't like when he said that. I was shocked. You know, there are no better parents. I'm not the best parent. But we're just saying that some of the causes. Sometimes you pamper your child. Yeah. When it's not even the time you have to do that. Yeah. Let them deserve it. Let them aim it, you know. Right. You know, so.
But when in doubt, always ask someone who's older, someone who's been through, and they'll tell you the best thing. Because you can always watch an older person and their kid. It doesn't matter if they're 30 years older than you, or 20 years older than you, or even 15 years older than you. You can always watch. If that person talked to their kid, it always shows. You know, my boys call me all the time.
I know, for sure. And like, since, okay, she's been here like, you've been here like 2 hours now, if not more than 2 hours. Like, your first son, he has called like 3 times. I said, why is he calling you? Like, each time she's with me.
They don't want nothing.
He's always calling, like, just checking on the mom. You know, I love that. That's a sign of love. Like, you appreciate your mom. You like your mom. You just, you know, you value your mom. And the same thing, you know. So.
I mean, there's a time to be firm with your kids, and they're going to think you're the worst person ever.
Yes, sometimes.
And I will be the worst person ever as long as you do what I tell you to do. But when they grow up and they realize mom and dad really wasn't that bad. And now they're trying to raise their kids the way I raised them. And so that's the good thing about it. Of course, I'm doing what they don't want me to do. Yeah. So
because actually we are struggling out there to be a happy parent, not just a rich parent. Yeah. Because when you are happy, your kids are gonna be happy. Yeah. You know,
they are.
So your kids are gonna be happy.
And when you're miserable, it shows on your kids that they're miserable. And that's not a good thing to do. So when you're trying to talk to your kid, try to talk to them in an upbeat.
Yeah, a little bit lively. Like,
Don't always say this is negative, this is bad.
Everything
is bad.
negative.
God.
No.
I cannot stand being around people like
that.
It
don't strengthen them.
Yeah. You don't always build your kid up. Always build them up. I don't care how small. Baby, you know you can't lift that up, but let's try that again next week. You'll be able to do it next week.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what we call motivation. You motivate your kids. You give them strength. You know, because when you do that, your kids, like that, when your kids grow up tomorrow, and you know, he or she will not believe in people outside. He will believe in you. Even if you have a problem, he will call you. Oh, mom, I'm not feeling good. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. I'm not. You know, you will call. Even maybe you are the dad. You might call the dad. You know, but when you are not really in good terms with your kids, that's how they turn out to believe in people outside. Right. They believe in outsiders. And we don't want that. We want our kids to love us, you know. Because I see we have a lot of our Africans here. They got kids, but I don't know how they do it. Like, seriously, I don't know. I got 3 kids, but they are all, 2 were born in Belgium, 1 was born here. You know, I tell you, like, seriously, I was told that I should bring my kids back home to Africa so that I can be free and do whatever I want to. But I don't have the mind. You understand what I mean? But we have a lot of our Africans who are doing that. They will have their kids here and take them back to Africa while they are making life here. Yeah. You know, but when those kids grow up tomorrow, they won't even have that feeling for you.
They won't.
Because okay, maybe
they're going to have it for their grandparent,
their
whoever
grandparent,
raised them.
and you're gonna get the side. That's the side effect. You know, I don't want that. I just want my kids to love me. You know, I want my kids to be with me. You know, that's what I want, and that's the same thing I want for every parent out there watching us right now.
Your kid is going to learn so much from you without you knowing that they're learning it from you. They're going to learn their work ethics from you. If you're one of those parents that stay at home and do nothing but cook for them, that's all they're going to know. They're not going to know you to go out there to make money, to make sure ends meet, to make sure you could do better than what you're doing now. You know, so you always want to show your kids, okay, we're struggling right now, but we're going to do better next month. You're always going to do better. So always make your kids feel that. Be positive for your kids. Like I said, I had to learn a lot of this.
Because we don't want them to be,
yeah.
We don't want our kids to be bad kids out there, you know. But we should remember that the topic is some of the reason why children become delinquents.
It's because we're not positive to them.
Because we are not positive.
We're not there for them. That's why we don't communicate with our kids.
We
yell at our kids. Don't yell. Try to. If you catch yourself yelling, like I did many times, you. you
like I did many times.
And I did. I caught myself yelling, and I have to, bring it back and just talk to them. Because when you yell at them, they shut out. Because when people yell at you, what do? You shut them out. So just try to talk.
There are no better parents out there, as I always say. But you know that that you do what works for you.
Yep.
Because some children, you just need to talk to them. Like
that's
you
all
just
it takes.
You just need to talk to them. I don't like you doing this. And some children, they take to correction, and next time they won't do it.
Yeah. Some kids take a little bit more.
Some children, they need something else. So you just have to do what you gotta do.
A lot of something else.
I know that you don't have to be too soft, Yeah. And then another number 4 is to drop out of school are one of the causes of children joining bad gangs and doing terrible things that could be a threat to public. When children are not in school, why they are supposed to be in school? Where they supposed when they are supposed to be in school, a lot of negative things happen.
Right.
Because they said that an idle mind is the devil worship.
Baby.
So when they are not busy, when they are not doing anything, it's so easy for them to be everywhere where they are not supposed to be. So I just think that we have to be a role model to our kids. We have to be a role model to our kids. We have to let them know what is right and what is wrong. I know sometimes we want our children to discover a lot of things by themselves. Like in this country that I know, in this America that I know that there is no second chance. I know that there is no second chance. And as far as you know that there is no second chance, why will we leave our children to go the wrong way?
Some parents.
There's no second chance.
Some parents are too busy trying to work 2 or 3 jobs instead of being there for their kid. And they're the single parent. And they run all over their mothers. And their mother's like, oh, well, I'm too tired, whatever. No. And my kids would tell you I was tired working 2 jobs too. But when they didn't want to listen, and they didn't, and they know they didn't, when they watched this, you know you didn't.
When you watch this, say it again.
When you watch this, and I'm saying this, you're going to laugh because you know you didn't listen.
Yeah.
So I had to put on a different exterior, and I had to let them know, no. And when I try to talk to them and tell them, no, you're not going to do this, this is how this is going to work, and they go out there and do something, I said, okay. So I have to bring in my other personality because I'm a Gemini, I have 2 personalities. So I bring in that other personality, and I go to wherever they are, and I have whatever I need. My forehead tie iron, that was my choice. And I will talk trash to whomever I need to talk to, and I still talk trash to this day. So yeah, they know I'm about my business when it comes to my kids or my grandkids or whoever, my loved ones. I'm about my business. But the thing is, let your kids know, baby, it's me and you, we're going at it and you're going to lose. That's how I told them, and
Yeah.
they didn't realize that until it actually happened and they actually lost. You have to be a strong parent.
Yes, you got to.
In the world today, with everything that's going on today, 2020, you have to be a strong parent.
You got to.
You have to put your foot down. You cannot sit there, oh, it's okay, whatever, whatever. No, kids run all over you today. Like they didn't do that 10, 15, 20 years ago. But now you have to be extremely hard. And I understand education is a big thing. You want your kid to get their education. But if you're not there helping them, they're not going to get it.
Yes, like we have this African adage that when you spare the rod, you spoil the kids. You can't spare the rod and spoil the kids.
I want to spoil my kid, but I want to spoil him when he does right.
Yeah, when he does right, that's positive reinforcements.
Yeah, so
that's different.
If you want them to always go to school and do their work, you got to help them when they need help, because who are they going to ask if you're not there?
Yes.
Oh, let me call someone to help me. Let me dial a friend. No, they don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
We know that, point number 5, we know that a lot of parents have good intentions, to make sure that their kids comes out to be a better person in the community, in the society, but it's not easy. As she rightly said, that most parents out there are busy working 2 to 3 jobs, that they even forget that they got kids to take care of. Let me tell you, you don't know what happened when you're at work. These kids, they do wonders. When you are at work, you don't know what happened. Like, you don't know what they watch on TV. You don't know what they watch on their phone. You don't know what they install. Because when you, after doing 3 jobs, you'll be tired. All you just want to do is to come back home and go to sleep.
And just because you provide your kid with all the electronics, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good parent.
Thank you.
You need to be there for your kid.
Yes.
Cook a meal with them. Cook a meal for them. Sit down with them and eat and conversate.
Thank you. I love that.
To do. And even though my boys are grown, we still cook together. We still sit down and eat together and conversate. And they live in different places. And so I still do it with them. So you have to,
because people get it time. Yeah, people get it wrong, like buying toys or buying iPad, laptop, tablets, buying all kinds of toys or whatever for your kid. That's how that's what shows. Or even going out there, sleeping with men that you are not supposed to, just for you to come and get something for your kids that make you a better parent. No. As long as you can provide, they can have shelter, they can have food to eat, they can have clothes to wear, they can go to school. You're already doing a lot. All they need now
is conversation.
It's just conversation. That healthy conversation.
You showing you care.
Show them that.
Because the material things don't really mean anything.
The material things don't mean anything, because that is something, even when they grow up, they can get for themselves. And that is something that you can buy if you really want it. Yeah, it's okay for kids to have it. But let us not think that is the most important thing. You see some kids now. No, you even see some grown-up. They don't even want you to correct them. You can. If you are telling me, oh, okay, don't you think that was wrong? I take it. Because growing up, growing up, my mom used to correct me. So I still take to correction, even at my age, But some people, even when that thing is really wrong, even with their eye, they know that what you are telling them is wrong. They don't want to even listen because.
They go, well, Mom, that's not so. I'm like, why not? And he'll tell me why. And then I have to look at things in a different perspective, because things are different today than they were yesterday. So always let your kid be open-minded with you. Not disrespectful, but always be there and talk to them and help them with their homework. Even if they don't get it and you don't get it, with the phones they have today, the tablets they have today, the laptops they have today, it's easy to get it. Just Google it, because they didn't have that 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 25 years ago. So it's easy to help your kid with their homework. Just be there for your kid from day one. When they start talking back, that's when you need to be there the most. When they start talking back and they're starting to get into their own personality, that's when you need to be there the most. When they're starting to grow into the person that they're going to be, that's when we need to be there the most. We need to be there for our child. We need to say, okay, this can wait, but this right here is more important, which is our child. And it doesn't matter how old they are, you still need to be there for them. from birth till death. It doesn't matter who dies first. Just be there for them. And it's important that we're there for our kids. We want them to grow up to be public figures in a society. We want them to be positive figures in society. We don't want them to be a menace. We don't want them to be in prison. We don't want them to always go to court. We don't want them running from the law. But we have that type of people out there in the church. They're going to make their full circle. They're going to start off rebellious, but once they make that full circle and come back around, trust me, they've been through some things and they realize this is what I need to do. My mom tried to tell me this. My dad tried to tell me
They
this.
will remember, definitely.
My grandma or my nana or whatever you call them.
Or my sister, yeah.
Whomever raised you.
Yeah.
And then they grow up to be positive figures.
Yeah.
They had to go through some things to get there. You were always there for them, but let them know, hey, now you got it. Let's do it right. It don't matter what the age is. Little, newborn, to death. We always got to talk to our kids. We always need to talk to our mother. Even if our mother isn't there, you got to have a friend, someone who you can talk to let them know what's going on. Because when you see something in a different light, then you're starting to realize, okay, maybe my way isn't right. But there's always someone to talk to.
Someone that truly loves
your kids up in a good manner.
In a good manner.
A decent manner. They might not have everything that the other kids may have.
But at least.
But you're there for
the
your
basic
kids.
Things. Let them know the basic things.
You're listening to them. You're helping them with the things you need to help them with. Because I'm telling you, if you're not there, you're not helping them, they are not going to be
opening accounts for them or putting $100 in the account or doing whatever.
That's a good thing.
It's also a good thing, but it's not all about that. That healthy conversation. I mean, are they happy when you are around? Are they happy with you? Are they proud that you are their parent? Are they proud? Are they happy having you as their mom or their dad? Yeah. All those things really matter. Yeah. So number 5, we at the same time we are not underestimating single mothers. We know that there are a lot of single mothers out there who turn out they raised good kids in our society today. We are not underestimating them. I even got some friends, who are single mothers and their kids.
Excellent parents.
Excellent ones, like.
Excellent. And their kids are like, I'm like, did you ever do anything wrong in life? Did you ever?
Yeah. It happens, and the kids are succeeding, and everything is fine. So you're gonna, ready to face difficulties at their tender age than when you grow up and your children are bringing you stress. I talk about this every day, like in a country like America is a place that we have to focus on our children, because in America there is no second chance. There is no second chance for them. They don't like crime. I know they don't like crime. There are a lot of things here that people do and they go to jail for it, just because. Like my daughter was like, oh, Mama, can I have my driver's license now? She just turned 16. He said, can I have my driver? I said, yeah. I know that some kids, they're already, they're able to drive. So you know what? I really love you, baby, but the thing is that you can't have it now. The reason why she can't have it now, by law she can have it, right?
By law,
okay.
15.
By law she can have it. But here in Texas, the way they drive, there are a lot of reckless drivers.
Parents give their kids their license early so they don't have to worry about taking them where they need to go.
Yeah. So for me personally, I just think that if she have it now, I can see that she's still not much, matured like that. I don't want my child to be in jail, because if you go and hit somebody and something happened, I want her to be in some certain age whereby she will know the value, right? Because you teach your children how to know the value of things. You understand? So if they know the value, they will know how to handle it, appreciate it. So right now, even if I let it, she won't even know the value. She won't even. She won't know.
Like a lot of other kids do, drive.
Yeah, stuff like that. No.
Get license. Get tickets and stuff like that.
For me, it's not that important right now. And she understands. She said, okay, Mama, whenever. I'm fine. Whenever. Yeah. She knows. She understands. So I'm not saying that my kids are the best or whatever. No, you guys are the best. Like your kids are the best, but we are just trying to help ourselves out here.
Right.
At my age, I still call my mom. Like I'm still, I still call my mom like, oh,
Right.
mommy, I will
Right.
still at my age, I still believe in my mom. Like I know it might lose to be to some people, but I still believe in my.
Yeah.
Yes,
I do too. Yeah.
I have mom, I have my grandma. I still talk to them.
Yeah.
So
And it's a blessing.
it's a blessing that I have them and I appreciate them. So let's do our best so that we would our kids will not join bad gangs. Our kids will not be a threat to the society.
And remember,
Because
it's hard.
these are really some of the causes, like when from school dropout, all those things.
Yeah.
Like you don't spend
Pregnancy.
time with your kids, pregnancy, and you see kids moving from neighbor to neighbor, stuff like that. We have to pay attention with our kids, especially to nurture them, like spend time with them, like as we said,
Right.
spend time with them, discuss, talk about life. There are some things that they need to know.
And your kids are never too old for you to say they got this. Even if they do have it, still spend time with your kids.
Spend time.
And even if they're not your kids, spend time with them. If you know their mom or their dad or their grandma's going through something, still be able to spend time with them and let them know, hey, you're messing up. And I know they're not going to appreciate that because kids need to know that we care.
Yeah.
Especially their parents, but if they see someone who don't know them cares, some of them will come back and realize, okay, this is I am messing up. Let me get this right. But we need to be there for each other.
That's true.
Because that doesn't mean bash your kid's head in, but just help out. Because if you bash your kid's head in too much, they're still going to turn out to be a terrible person.
Sure.
So you just want them to understand. You need to talk to them. I mean, we don't realize that we just needed to talk to them until they get older, but still, talk to them while they're younger. Now we have platforms like this where we could get the help that we need that we couldn't get this before. But talk to your kids. Help them. If they drop out of school, get them back in school. I don't care if they dropped out 5 years ago. Get them back in now.
Yes.
Talk to them. It is never too late to continue your education.
At all.
It's never too late to learn something that you didn't learn. It's never too late to
And
go back
the good thing
do things right that you've missed up.
And the good thing about education is that, like, a lot of kids don't want to go to school these days. When you have when you have education, okay, let's say you study something, let's say you study to be a doctor. At the end of the day, you turn out not being a doctor. But with that education you have, you can do other things. You just open your mind, like you can do a whole lot with that education. So that's the reason why we need education, because education is very, very important. So like the one you were saying, like you have to show to your kids that you care, that you love them. There was a day here, I was just, me and my daughter were just talking like, she's like, oh mama, yes, I know you are mad at me, but somehow you still care about me. I was so happy to hear that she know I care about her. Like, I was like, oh, she knows that. And I really do. I was really mad this day.
But that made you feel good, though. I know it did.
I said, look at small me. Look at small me.
Yeah.
Look at small me.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah. Now you know that I care. Yeah, I was mad. She did something that I didn't really like. But I think I still offer her something after like 3 hours. And she's like, oh, Mama, I know you were mad at me. I'm sorry, but I know you still care about me. It feels so good when your kids know that you care about them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, even you as a mom, even them, they feel good too when they know that you love them.
Yeah.
Let's
nothing is perfect.
Nothing is perfect, right?
Nothing.
We are not trying to be
You
perfect.
might think it's perfect, but still.
Sometimes no, sometimes you just say, I love you, baby, but you are tired. You just want to sleep.
I don't drop the L-bomb often.
You just say it sometimes for formalities, right?
Yeah, I don't tell my kids I love them like I used to tell them when they were smaller. But the things I do, they know I love them.
Yes. I have younger kids, right?
Yeah.
You
know I love my boys. You don't
need to tell me. I know that.
Baby.
Yeah. So let's encourage our kids because
Please.
there was a video I was watching some time ago. When I watched that video, I was so emotional. I become so emotional. This guy, he was saying that the mom or the dad, I can't remember, was saying that you grow up and you will still not be anything. When you grow up, you're still not gonna.
I think I've seen that video.
He said that thing affected me. It affected my mind. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, how on earth would a parent, be telling the child that you're not gonna be. Don't
Anything
say that.
when you
Don't
grow up.
say
No,
that.
don't say that.
Instead of you using negative words, you
Don't say anything.
don't say nothing because
Still, we just know that there are other people out there that's going to be struggling. And she's
true.
trying to share. That's what she's trying to do, is just let you know you're not the only one. You're not alone. Your kids are not the only one. Trust and believe me. So, be encouraging. Be there. Let them know that they can do it. I don't care how big it is. You can do it. I know you can do it. So just let them know you're there for them. You're always going to be by their side. It doesn't matter what you say, think, or do. You're always going to be there for them. So remember, a lot of kids have to make that circle before they know they can move on up. But you still need to be there while they're going through their trials and their tribulations and things like that. Be there for your kids, because sometimes it don't matter what you tell your kids or how good you tell it to them. They're still going to go through their trials and tribulations, and we still need to be there for our kids. And that, my dear, is the hardest part of being a parent.
Really?
It is the hardest part. It's easy to say, yes, my baby did this. Yes, my baby did that. I'm so proud of them.
It's so easy. That's so easy for being there. We are there to we are not just there to be a mom or a dad. We are there to redirect them.
Be a teacher. Be an encourager. Be their friend.
Motivate
be their
them.
Parent too.
Yeah,
but
be
be
not
their
just a friend. Be a
be
friend
their
too.
friend.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to raise a kid now than it was back then. They have so much distracting them.
Yeah.
They don't know how to go outside and play. They'd rather be on a laptop or
All
doing
day
something
long.
or hacking into something. That's how kids are raised now. So you got to get them out. Get them in a sport at a young age. I don't care if it's karate. I don't care if it's cheerleading. And boys do cheerleading, and that doesn't mean they're gay. I don't care if it's girls play football. They play basketball. Get them somewhere outside the house, away from their laptops, their smartphones, all of that stuff. Get them away from that stuff and get them outside. And you be there for them. Don't drop them off and leave and go be with somebody. Stay there, root them on.
Yeah, take them with you. Go exercise if you like to do sports, stuff like that. Talk to them, So I think that is it in a nutshell. And I hope this video was really of good use to you guys. Please feel free to drop your comments, like this video, and tell us what you think about this video.
Yes, please drop your comments, negative or positive. Drop them, because we like to hear the positive things, but the negative things is what helps the most.
Yeah,
because
we work on it.
Yeah, we welcome them, because when someone else is seeing something from a different angle and we haven't quite seen it that way, and you drop it in a line, you might say it's being negative or being bitchy. It isn't. It's letting them know, oh, well, I didn't see that. Mm-hmm. So maybe next time we can just jot this down and we can touch on this in another subject. But however you feel, please, 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 please drop a line. Let us know how we're doing. Let her know how she's doing, because I'm not always here. So let her know how she's doing.
Let me know. Let me know. This is the Egger Show, and I love you all. Keep watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed, and you've been watching my video for a long time, please, this is the time to subscribe.
The thumb up button.
Because on this platform, we try to give it all. There's no dull moment. Remember, I'm your girl, your one and only. See you all. Bye.